All right, with the midterms just months away, enthusiasm among conservatives running extremely high. You got a brand new Fox poll you're looking at. Shows Republican voters are more interested in this year's elections than Democrats. So will this give the GOP an edge in 7-8 months? How do they sustain that momentum? House Republican Conference Chair has pressure on her shoulders to make sure that happens. Congresswoman Elise, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be with you, Brian.
How would you describe the mood at the conference?
It's very optimistic for our prospects to win back the majority and save America, but we know we have a lot of work ahead to address the destruction and crisis after crisis in our unified far-left government. Whether it's the inflation crisis, the historic prices at the pump, people can no longer afford to fill their cars or pay for their home heating bills, or whether it's national security crises with the war in Ukraine or the skyrocketing crime crisis. The American people know that they're looking for a different direction, and what are they seeing from the Democrats? Doubling down on their failed policies. House Republicans are unified in providing an alternative and an agenda to help save our country.
Right. You're coming out against smash and grab. That is a different from Democrats who don't seem ambivalent about it. Let's take a look at some of Kevin McCarthy's priorities. If you guys take the House, you most likely would be the Speaker. Jobs and economy, big tech censorship and data, future of American freedoms, energy, climate, and conservation, American security, a healthy future, and China accountability. Is that the order of importance?
You know, I think they're all important, Brian, and I get asked this a lot by the media. Which issue do you think the most important is? I would say that when I talk to voters in my district and across America, people are feeling the pain of inflation. They're feeling the pain of the price of energy, which is higher than it's ever been before because of the failed policies of Joe Biden and House Democrats. So I think we need to address that immediately. That means reining in the reckless trillions of dollars of spending that we've seen under Nancy Pelosi's leadership as Speaker of the House. We are committed to doing that, but that's hurting families, that's hurting seniors, that's hurting young families. The price of diapers has skyrocketed. There was recently a headline in the New York Times saying that seniors are choosing when to have hot showers and, limiting their meat for their meals. That is not who we are as the United States of America. We have to do better. But in addition to the economy, crime, safety and security impacts every neighborhood across America. And when you don't feel safe, you're not going to be able to, invest in economic opportunity, travel, all these things that are important in this country when you don't have the basic safety and security.
All right, so if you look at the House Dems, a lot of them are running for the hills like you guys were a couple of years ago. 23 are not seeking re-election, 8 seeking another office. So there's some vacancies there and some opportunity. Do you guys have a individual plan and a national mission? Are you at the point now in a conference like this, in a retreat like this, where you're zeroing in on districts?
Absolutely. We have a plan both district by district, but also nationally to win not just a small majority, but a historic majority. As you mentioned, the number of retirements is over 30. It's at a historic high, and that usually is an indicator that they are running for the hills. They do see that this is going to be a losing election, so they can retire or they can lose, as the NRCC chairman likes to say, the head of the National Republican Congressional Committee. In terms of our district by district focus, we're going to hold each Democrat incumbent accountable for their failed record of voting 99% of the time or greater with Nancy Pelosi, which has led to these crises that are impacting hardworking families across this country. We also have ethical scandals of numerous House Democrats. If you think of Tom Malinowski in New Jersey, we're going to make sure that voters know the truth about, again, not only the failed policies, but who they've elected to office before on false promises.
Right, and you got to figure that if you guys do take the House, the Nancy Pelosi will not stick around in a minority role, but you never know. But I imagine that might be a motivating factor for Republicans. Elise,
it is a motivating factor.
I can imagine.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, I'll have to hold it there. Elise, thanks so much. Appreciate it. She's now among leadership. A lot of pressure on host shareholders.